Good morning YouTubians, it's Kevin's Ghost, and today I'm going to review number 18 on the cult movie poster. This film is a TV movie from 1971, so quite an achievement to get it up there on the cult movie poster. It's directed by Steven Spielberg 4 years before he did Jaws. The film in question is Duel. Already got my brew going, so I'm going to put this one on and see what it's all about. So this TV movie has quite a small cast. You have Dennis Weaver as David Mann. Now, Dennis Weaver was in a TV show very popular in the 70s, actually ran from 1970 to 1977, called McCloud. And this film was made just as that was getting off the ground. You got Jacqueline Scott as his wife, Mrs. Mann. You got Eddie Firestone as the cafe owner, Lou Frizzle as the bus driver, and Carrie Loftin as the truck driver. Carrie Loftin was a stuntman, and he's in the Stuntman's Hall of Fame. He died in 1997, I believe, aged 86, and he worked right up until his death. So the film starts off with David leaving for work. He pulls out of his drive and he's heading towards the city. Some nice points of view from the front of his car. He lives in the suburbs of California and he's heading out of the city to attend a meeting that he can't get out of. So when he's on the open road, he encounters this filthy old oil tanker that's driving quite slow. So he decides he's going to overtake. Well, this for some reason has angered the truck driver, and the truck driver re-overtakes David. And when he's in front, he slows his rig down, which really annoys David because David has to get to this meeting. So he tries to re-overtake the truck, and the truck beckons him on into oncoming traffic, so he has to go back behind the truck, or when it's clear, the truck driver will swerve into the lane so he can't get past. But David, he does outsmart the truck driver. He finds a little dirt lane and goes round him and speeds up, and he thinks he's lost the truck driver, but the truck driver has sped up, and now he's tailgating David at going maybe about 80 miles an hour, and it does force David off the road at a roadside cafe. So now David is really shaken up. He gets out of the car, almost loses his life. He's got a bit of whiplash, and he goes into the restroom to splash a bit of water on his face, get his bearings. And when he comes out, the truck, which is obviously turned around, come back and is parked now outside the cafe in the car park. And David gets a bit paranoid. He sits down to have something to eat, have a drink, and he's watching all the people in the cafe thinking one of these people is the truck driver. And he accuses one of them and gets into a fight. Well, with all the fighting and confusion, the truck driver has returned and driven off, and David didn't see who it was, but he realizes that he made a mistake in the cafe, and the owner of the cafe has told him to leave, which he does, and he drives off. And a little bit further on, he comes across this broken down school bus, kids in the road and everything, and he decides to help them get back on the road. And whilst doing this, he notices further up the road, in the entrance of a tunnel, the truck driver is still there and waiting for him. But David is spooked by this because he's unable to help. He gets trapped underneath the bus whilst trying to push it with his car, and he does break free eventually and speeds off, leaving them all there. But up in the tunnel, the oil truck driver comes down, turns his rig round and comes to the aid of the school kids. Further on down the road, David is waiting at a crossing, railway crossing. You've got the guards down and there's a locomotive going past, when the truck driver appears in his rear window and starts nudging David ever closer to the passing locomotive. And that's where I'm going to leave the story there, because there's a little bit more to go and I don't want to give away too many spoilers. So did I enjoy Duel? Yes, I did. I thought it was very good, and I thought they kept the tension going really well, especially considering there's only really 4 characters and 2 of those are vehicles. I thought the engine trouble scene was really good as well, and the phone box scene at the snake farm, kind of a nod to Hitchcock there. And these 2 scenes are not really touched upon whilst explaining the plot, but they are in there. And also a nod to Hitchcock with the psycho music kind of up-tempoed a bit. You can see where he was going, and he went on to do Jaws, using a few influences from this film. I would give this film an easy 7.5 out of 10. So have you seen Duel? Do you agree with my assessment? There's no right or wrong here. Just leave your comment down below. I will get back to you, I promise. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. It's all free. Why wouldn't you? And on that note, thank you so much for choosing my channel and watching my video today. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.